Vicarious trauma is a phenomenon where somebody can get into trauma trouble without being the primary witness of seeing an event happen. So for instance, a journalist or researcher could be reading accounts in depth or seeing lots of images of events happening in another place and be affected almost as if they were a witness there. Although intellectually we know these events could be happening thousands of miles away in Iraq, our bodies aren't so sure, so we don't necessarily know for certain that these things aren't happening in the room around us. The reason that we're coming across it more and more now is because of the surfeit of traumatic imagery that's flooding into people's newsrooms and also through social media. So particularly we're thinking of things like beheading videos made by ISIS, or the carnage and the horror of barrel bombs exploding in Syria. It's this kind of footage that's coming in to the newsroom in a raw and unmediated form. The most important thing, the big top tip really, is to think of traumatic imagery as if it's like radiation. So journalists, just like nuclear workers working in a nuclear factory, have a job to do. They're professionals, but they need to find and develop procedures and strategies for limiting the amount of exposure that they have to this imagery. So my second tip would be the importance of creating a culture in which people brace the next person down the tube as to what they're sending. So just a simple warning in a subject line, making it hard to access the material, so you don't just open an email and bang, the picture of a corpse is straight there, that it has to be downloaded from a server. Editors can play around with adjusting the screen size, the viewing angle, perhaps applying mats. Mat is like a kind of black box over the goriest parts of the image. So if they need to work with a sequence in detail, they're not constantly seeing the dead body at the bottom of the screen. Screen breaks, just getting away from the material, outside in fresh air, really, really important. Never underestimate that. If most editing suites, newsroom, output areas are like cavernous black holes, and it's very easy to be kind of sort of hypnotised or sucked into the screen life around one. But social support is probably the most singly important ingredient in maintaining resilience when working on harrowing assignments. A sense of human connection. It's a way of kind of reaffirming, the importance of life and pushing back against the material that's kind of flooding into us now.